Welcome to the Smoke Learning channel. In this video series, we will go through the workflows of round-tripping between Autodesk Smoke and Davinci Resolve. In the previous videos, we looked at how to move the Smoke sequence and rebuild them as Davinci Resolve timelines. Now that the grading has been done to the edit, I would like to return this timeline to Smoke for titling and any finishing tasks. We will continue in Davinci Resolve and export the media for the conform in Smoke. Switch from the Color menu to the Deliverables menu. In the Easy Setup pull-down menu, choose Export for Final Cut Pro. This will create the graded media plus an XML to rebuild the timeline in Smoke. Now let's adjust some of the settings for the render. The format, codec and settings should all be based on what we had in Smoke. Ensure that all audio settings are disabled. Now all the clips will be rendered as individual sources. Let's set a render destination. Click the Browse button to bring up the file browser. Navigate to the Interoperability folder and create a new folder called Graded. Click OK and the Graded folder will be set as the render destination. Further down the menu, we will use the source file names with no customizations, and ensure that no unique file names are enabled. Finally, similar to Smoke, set the frame handles to 10 for any small tweaks or editorial adjustments. As with Smoke, you can save the user setup as a preset for easy settings if needed. Click the Add Job button to add it to the render queue and you can begin the process. This will take a bit of time, but Resolve will create new media with all the frame handles. Once the render is complete, the new media should be in the graded folder with the new XML. Now let's switch back to Smoke and reconform the sequence and finish it off. Go to the Conform menu by clicking on the tab. Right-click on the empty window and choose Load New FCP XML AAF. Now navigate to the graded folder containing the media and the XML. Select the XML and press Import. Smoke should rebuild the XML and link the media straight away. The chain symbol in the event list shows that the media has linked to the segments in the sequence. Let's put this back into the original sequence. Make sure that you go to frame 1. For sanity's sake, let's rename the sequence to Resolve to Smoke. Now open the original edit for the sequence that we started with in the first video of the series. If you wish to duplicate it at this point, you can, but it's not necessary. Go to frame 1. Ensure ripple is off and snap is on. Drag and drop the Resolve to Smoke sequence clip just above the original edit in the sequence. Smoke will indicate that it will create a new video layer and it will snap the segments to the positioner. Releasing the cursor creates the video track and adds the media into the sequence. Ensure the focus point is moved to the top track to see the graded result. You can now scrub the time bar to see the result. Finally, let's move the graphics above the graded material. Grab the video track and drag it to the top of the sequence until the indications tell you where the track will be placed. When you release the cursor, the track is placed and everything is kept in sync. All you need to do now is select everything with Command A and render any unrendered effects. Once the render is complete, you can play as well as output the sequence. This concludes the Interoperability series, where we started in Autodesk Smoke, went through to Davinci Resolve for grading, and finished off by round-tripping back to Smoke for final finishing. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe to the Smoke Learning channel for future videos.